Special weather statement. Special weather statement.
The National Weather Service has issued an alert for your area.
Tornado track GR2 3D street level radar activated. NWS and SPC severe weather wires activated. Facebook live stream activated. X Twitter live stream activated. YouTube live stream activated. Storm Track 360 studio systems activated. Stand by to go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Broadcasting live from the Storm Track 360 studio located at the heart of the Arkansas and Missouri Ozarks in Harrison, Arkansas. The only local live stream severe weather coverage for the Arkansas and Missouri Ozarks with Tornado Track GR2 3D street level radar technology. Your Storm Track 360 live and up to the minute severe weather coverage starts right now.
Reminder, when a tornado warning is issued, take cover. Move to a tornado shelter or basement. If no shelter is available, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
All right, folks, we are live. We are tracking a considerable severe thunderstorm warning and a tornado warning currently covering the Crawford and Washington County areas, and also this is covering Madison and Washington on that considerable severe thunderstorm warning. We're just going to jump right in here and get started. If you're in the Winslow area, we are seeing extremely strong straight line winds with this storm being detected right now. Basically, if you are anywhere in Washington County, you potentially are experiencing some extremely strong winds right now. We're seeing winds anywhere from 60 to 85 miles per hour, pretty much covering most of Washington County. That tornado warning right now is in effect and is tracking across southern Washington just south of Winslow. I've been checking the RDOT cameras. I'm not finding any cameras that's showing anything as far as storms hitting right now. Trying to jump around here and see if we can find one of these. Show you guys what we're finding here real quick. So this is southbound. This camera here, you can see here we've got a lot of you can see a lot of winds, a lot of lightning going on here right now. This is right along the interstate corridor here south of Fayetteville, between Fayetteville and Fort Smith. See a lot of people out here with their flashers on. I'm just jumping around through several of these cameras to see what we can find. So far, I'm not finding a very clear camera. As you can see, that a lot of straight line winds, a lot of lightning, a lot of really heavy downpours, but we're not finding any cameras clear enough to really give us a good look at what's going on. We're just going to keep jumping through here real quick to see what we can find. We're just not really finding any decent cameras to show us on the ground what's going on with these storms. Right now, and we're going to jump back over here, if a tornado is on the ground right now, it's right on the Washington and Crawford County line here, just east and southeast of Winslow. As far as the winds go, looks like those heavier winds are also starting to move. You can see here on that trail feature, you can see right here is the steel wheel area. Let me get a different color on there. Right here is the steel wheel, Oklahoma area. You can see as this storm moved across, went right across the Washington County and Crawford County line. That's where the potential tornado track would be. If we switch over to our debris signature here to see if we can find any kind of track on this storm, we are finding a few spots here, picking up a little bit of debris. We've got a debris signature here and a little one right here in southwest Washington County, just east of Evansville and west of Winslow. Those are potential debris signatures from the tornado. As it's been tracking across here, I'm going to kick on our trail real quick. You can see here, well, watching it, it was looking like it was starting to kind of fade away here in eastern Oklahoma, kind of like what we've been seeing in the past. And it was going to kind of just barely clip Washington County. And then all of a sudden it started more of an easterly track here, just right here near the Winslow area. Now, as far as that considerable severe thunderstorm warning goes, that is covering from Elkins all the way down to back in the Crawford County. If you're in southern Madison County here, looks like we're going to be under that considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Let me go ahead and get our main radar up here and going real quick, and I'll show you guys kind of what we're looking at here. I'm going to zoom this out just a little bit here so you guys can kind of see the broader picture of what we got here. And then I'll start covering all these warnings here for you. We just wanted to jump on here real quick and see if we could get a camera on the ground of seeing if this is actually on the ground or not. But those cameras are not doing very well. Severe thunderstorm warning for Madison County, Franklin County, northern Crawford County, and southeastern Washington County until 7 a.m. At 6:15, a severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from 4 miles southwest of Elkins to 4 miles northeast of
Oklahoma tornado alert.
Oklahoma tornado warning for central Latimer County in southeastern Oklahoma, western Leflore County in southeastern Oklahoma.
Lake Fort Smith to 4 miles north of Rudy, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Nickel-size hail and straight-line 70-mile-per-hour winds. Interstate 40 and Interstate 49 is affected. Interstate 49 between mile markers 25 and 37. This does have the tornado possible tag and is classified as a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. As far as the tornado warning goes, the tornado warning for northeastern Crawford and southeastern Washington counties will expire. They're advising that the rotation is now diminished and the tornado warning will be allowed to expire. However, we got that brand new tornado watch that just went up covering all of northern Arkansas now. Let me reposition this a little bit better so we can see it. You can see none of Missouri is included in this right now, but they have got a tornado watch now that covers our entire Arkansas coverage area. Part of that runs until 7 a.m. I believe for Benton, Carroll, Washington, and Madison. They may extend that, and we've got the brand new tornado watch now for Boone, Newton, Marion, Searcy, Baxter, Stone, Izard, and Fulton County. That runs until 12 noon today. Go ahead and just going to keep an eye on these storms. You can see that bowing segment there. Let me just go ahead and take these warnings off of here so we can see this a little bit better. You can see right here. Let me stop that radar. You can see right along in here. This is where that rotation would be. You can see that inflow going into the storm here, and you can see that bowing segment. You can see all this area out front here. That is going to be the path of the wind as it's moving here from the about Huntsville area going into western western Madison County. Tracking there in parts of southeast Washington County. Let me zoom out here a little bit more, give you guys a bigger look at this. This line of storms as it's moving into, looks like parts of Carroll County is getting part of this, but that is not currently under that warning that we're tracking. We just have a special weather statement up here for parts of Carroll and northern Madison County. The most intense part of the storm right now is going to affect southern Madison and southeast Washington County. Again, they're advising that these storms are moving off to the east, I believe at 50 miles per hour. So that's where we're at right now. We're just waiting for some more updates to come in. 70 mile per hour winds, straight line winds, and nickel size hail are possible with these storms. Lightning and thunder, obviously, heavy downpours, and we did have some intense rotation coming out of Oklahoma as it was crossing the state line going into Arkansas there, clipping the southwest part of Washington County and tracking there into northern Crawford County. However, the National Weather Service has already pulled that tornado warning, but we're going to go ahead and stay live on the air and keep everybody posted on how everything develops with these storms as they're tracking this morning. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit, kind of give you guys a bigger look at what's going on. If you're in southwest, south central Missouri, you've probably just got some rain showers going on. Areas under the gun right now. Obviously, that special weather statement for northern Madison and Carroll County. We've got these straight line winds with this considerable severe thunderstorm warning for parts of southeast Washington and southern Madison County. So Newton and Boone County, you'll be the next ones in our coverage area. That'll be under the line of fire here for these storms as we see what they're going to do as they're tracking east. Areas further east here, Marion, Searcy, Baxter, Stone, Fulton, and Izard County. You've just got a few showers right now. You do have a couple of cells down here near the Clinton area and the Fairfield Bay area. Looks like those are starting to dissipate a little bit and starting to weaken as they're tracking off to the east. I'm not real sure if those will actually affect you or not. They look like to me they're tracking more of an easterly direction, so they may just stay just south of you. Right now, the primary concern that we have is this line of storms as it's tracking.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
All right, we've got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning going up for Madison County here. Let's see what they're saying. They're advising a severe thunderstorm warning for central Madison County in northwestern Arkansas until 7 a.m. At 6:28 a.m., a severe thunderstorm was located 3 miles north of Japton, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Again, hazards include 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This is radar indicated. This will be classified as a considerable severe thunderstorm. This is going to have the tornado tag possible on it. So we've got the tornado possible, the considerable severe thunderstorm classification, 3/4-inch hail, are penny size, and maximum wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. They're advising the locations in the path of this storm include Aurora, Japton, Kingston, Georgetown, Huntsville, Weathers, and Witter. They're advising to remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly. Let's see. And that is the most recent warning we have here. You can see very active right now. Taking a look at these storms as they're moving through the area. I'm going to switch over to our Fort Smith radar here. See if we can get a different look at this storm as it's covering northwest Arkansas here. So right now we're just waiting for a new update from the National Weather Service. I do not have any spotter reports or damage reports coming in so far. I'm going to go ahead and jump back over here on these cameras and see if I can pick anything up. You can see these storms have already went through over Interstate 540. Here. I'm going to pull up a camera here. We couldn't even see just a moment ago as those storms were moving through with the winds and the strong rains and the lightning. And you can see that the calmness now that has kind of came about. There was a lightning strike right there. Still got just a light breeze you can see blowing, some light rain, but it's really cleared up. So these storms are moving through pretty fast. Based on what I'm taking a look here at this shot here with RDOT, I'm not seeing any kind of damage. Okay, that camera is down right there, and that camera's down. Let's see what about this. This is looking southbound. Camera's wet. Still got a little bit of breeze, a little bit of lightning there. That will not stay up for some reason. There we go. Still seeing a little bit of a breeze, a lot of brake lights out there, wet pavement there. This will be Interstate 540 between Fayetteville and Fort Smith there. As those storms have already tracked across this area here and are now east of this location. But we are not seeing anything as far as I don't see no trees down or any kind of damage from those cameras that we were looking at. So we're just going to go ahead and, like I said, we're going to stay live and keep an eye on these storms as they're moving across. We got that new tornado watch in effect till 12 noon. Obviously, I don't believe that will be running until 12 noon. I believe as these storms move through, then most likely, as usual, they'll probably start shaving off a lot of these counties in this watch. Let me jump over here real quick and let's take a look at a few other products we have. Let me get those fired up if we can get them going. All right, and here's our GOES satellite this morning. You can see a lot of lightning. So if you're in northwest Arkansas, it looks like there in parts of central Arkansas there, just south of Stone and Searcy County. Looks like they've got a line of those storms producing a lot of lightning and thunder right now. Like I said, I believe, based kind of what we're seeing, I believe Fulton, Izard, Stone, Searcy counties, I believe that line of storms is going to say just south of you, it's looking like. But this second line of storms that's coming through that we're going to have to be keeping an eye on as they're tracking east across our area here. Let's take a look at this update that just came in. All right, severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Washington County has now been canceled. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7 a.m. for southern Madison, northern Franklin, and northern Crawford counties. At 6:33, severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from 2 miles south of Japton to near Cass to 4 miles south of Fern, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Hazards include 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail. Locations in the path include Jethro, Bidville, Mountainburg, Combs, Turner's Bend, Dutton, Barnes, St. Paul, Japton, Cass, Red Star, Crosses, Mount Gaylor, Boston, Pettigrew, Redding, and Lake Fort Smith. This will include Interstate 49 between mile markers 25 and 37. But when we were looking at that just a moment ago, there in Washington County, these storms have already went east of the Washington County 540 and Interstate 49 area there. So this will be for areas on further south through Crawford County towards Fort Smith along the interstate there. They do have the tornado possible tag still on this warning, and the considerable tag is still attached. Maximum hail size has now been upgraded to 0.88, so that'll be to just under quarter size possible with 70-mile-per-hour straight-line winds as these storms are moving through the area. See if we can get an idea here of where those are at. I'm going to shift you guys back over here to our tornado track. You can see right here around the Japton and Witter area in St. Paul. You can see all of this really bright yellow color. This is all straight line winds.
Severe thunderstorm
This is going to be showing about 70 to 76 miles per hour in a lot of these areas here. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning going up now for Newton County. Let's go ahead and get that set up here on the screen, and we'll shift over and cover that. This will have the tornado possible tag on it. This will be just a basic severe thunderstorm warning for Newton County. They're advising the National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Logan, Newton County, Johnson County, and northwestern Pope County until 7:15 a.m. At 6:35, severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from near Aurora to near St. Paul to 7 miles southeast of Mulberry, moving east at 55 miles per hour. They're advising 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail will be possible with these storms. This severe thunderstorm warning, as you can see, this does cover almost all except the very southeastern corner of Newton County. So now we have from Huntsville south, covering from Huntsville south of Madison County, southern Madison County here, with those storms as they're moving through the area, and all of Newton County. We do have some cell activity up here right now in the Berryville, Green Forest, Hugh area, southeast Carroll County, but you can see that these storms are not severe. We have a special weather statement up there, so you're probably getting some heavy rain and some lightning and thunder, some pretty good downpours probably up there. But right now, looks like these storms are a little bit in the very southern part of our coverage area. So Huntsville and southern Madison County, and these storms are tracking towards Newton County. So we're going to be keeping an eye on these as they're tracking across the area. Looking back here, Benton and Washington County, looks like we're not seeing any back building right now. So looks like you guys are going to be in the clear again as these storms are rapidly moving through the area. Have to turn that radio down. Sounds like somebody's sitting on their mic or something.
Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Newton County and north central Arkansas and Johnson County. Storms were located along a line extending from near Aurora to near St. Paul to 7 miles southeast of Mulberry, moving at 55 miles per hour. Hazard is 60 mile per hour winds. This is radar indicated. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This will include Carver, Irby, Yardell, Western Grove, Fallsville, Swain, Ozark, Upper Buffalo Wilderness Area, Nail, and Lurton. Also, a tornado watch will be in effect until noon today for northwest Arkansas.
All right, that was the National Weather Service putting out that information we had just covered. We are seeing some weak rotation here in Madison County. This will be, looks like just northeast of the Aurora area, northwest of Reynolds, around Wharton. If I kick on that rotation track, you can see as these storms were moving across the area, we did have some weak rotation moving across the southern part of Madison County here. Looks like around Drake's Creek. It did try to intensify a little bit, but no tornado warning went up with this. And it does look like this is starting to weaken on that rotation, but we will keep an eye on it as these storms are moving across the area here. Let's see if we can find any other rotation areas right now. Looks like just a little weak area of rotation here in southeast Carroll County. If we kick on that track here, you can see as that was moving across here, as it's also weakened and not really showing up that well on radar now. Just a small area here near the Possum Trot Church here. This will be just south of Osage. And again, that weak rotation for Madison County here, that's going to be right here along Highway 74. And looks like that just fell off the screen there with this latest update. Do not see any other weak rotation right now, so we'll switch you guys back over to the larger radar system. Will be about 5 to 6 minutes before the radar scans are completed and we get that fresh information coming in, so that'll give us a chance to do that system refresh real quick. Stay with us. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You will have a radar with the most current information in the bottom right hand corner of your screen while we're refreshing our system.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life.
Cash First Taxi in Harrison, Arkansas. Professional and nice clean rides. 24-hour service available. Servicing a 150-mile radius, going to or from Harrison, Arkansas. Rides start at just $10 and this covers most one-way rides in the city limits of Harrison. Need a jump start? We now offer jump start service, starting at $20 in the city limits of Harrison, higher rates outside the city limits. Call or text for a ride today at 870-955-2103 or book online and see more rates and options at mycashtaxi.com.
If you need custom computers, internet service, networks, repairs, upgrades or parts, Max PC in Harrison, Arkansas is your one-stop for everything computers. Check out their new location at 112 East Stevenson or call 870-741-1629. Max PC has the StormTrack 360 5-star approval for business excellence.
StormTrack 360 would like to thank the following for your support. Nate Wilson is committed to guiding clients through every step of their real estate transactions. Specializing in buying and selling homes, farms, commercial property, and investment property throughout Northwest Arkansas, Nate genuinely enjoys serving this vibrant community. Whether you're curious about your home's value or ready to start your next real estate journey, Nate is here to assist. Give Nate a call today.
Automedics Pro, serving the Harrison, Arkansas area for over 17 years. Call Mike or Will and schedule your appointment today at 870-743-4907. A healthy car is a happy car.
Live with GR2 3D street level radar technology, your continued live up-to-the-minute severe weather coverage for the Arkansas and Missouri Ozarks starts right now.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We got Brian. Looks like your shirt isn't agreeing with the chroma key. We've just got a head over there. Yeah.
And I didn't wear the one with the green on it.
No, but you're close enough to that green that it's
I have an arm.
Yeah, an arm and a leg, just a head floating over there. Yeah, that's too close to green over there.
Oh.
Not much we can do about it. We're keeping an eye on these storms as they're tracking across the area. Brian's got a shirt that is kind of blending with our chroma key, so you're just kind of seeing him floating there.
It's kind of one of our shirts too. So
yeah, we can't any kind of that blue green or green. We can't wear those in here. They don't agree with us. Taking a look at, I'm looking over here at a lot of your. It says we're not live on all platforms. Let me double check. Yeah, we are. I'm not sure what you were kicking on where, because right when we went live, I go on to pin a message on there, so I'm not sure what area you were looking at, but yeah, all of our live streams are active. I know YouTube is, because that's one of the first things I check whenever we've got our intro rolling. As far as what state is this, please? All of our information is at stormtrack360.com. If you just look at a few of our posts, it's obvious that we're Northwest Arkansas and Southern Missouri. As far as TikTok, I understand you're saying read your messages, but I'm one person and we are streaming live on 5 platforms, and your messages on the TikTok chat there is not a priority to me. I apologize. Like I said, if you'll just look at our profile or you look at our website, all the information about who we are and what we do and what we cover is in those areas with a little effort on your part. So anyway, we're going to keep an eye on this weather as it's tracking through the area here. Areas of North Arkansas now still currently under that tornado watch running until noon today. These storms are actually moving through the area pretty quick, so I don't imagine that's going to actually last till noon, Brian. I'm not thinking.
No, I wasn't thinking that either driving over here. It looks like a lot of these are...
It's going to blow through pretty quick, looks like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Jumping back over here.
Statement.
Got another warning statement coming up from Madison County. They're advising the severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7 a.m. for east central Madison County. At 6:47 a.m., a severe thunderstorm was located 3 miles south of Kingston, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Hazards include 70 mile per hour wind gusts. This is radar indicated impact. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Locations in or near the path include Weathers and Kingston. Reminder, tornado watch is in effect for Madison County until 7 a.m. About 12 more minutes on that tornado watch. And then as you move east of Huntsville and Green Forest, Berryville area, Boone and Newton counties have you've got that brand new tornado watch running until 12 noon today. This severe thunderstorm is still classified as considerable and has the tornado possible tag on it. So we're going to go ahead and just we're still going to keep an eye on these storms as we're moving through the area here. However, we are not currently seeing any rotation to be concerned about. As these storms are moving through. I'm going to go ahead and switch radar sites just to make sure that we're not missing something, that one of these other radars that might be picking.
Are you
out.
on Springfield?
I just switched to it, and I am seeing some of that wind getting picked up there on the rotation scan. I'm going to take a look here and see if that's actually... rotation or wind here. Yeah, I believe that's just going to be some wind there, Brian.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing any of that deeper color in it, so
no,
it's just going to be south of Kingston.
I lightened it up just earlier tonight. Went through and did a couple of adjustments on there, yeah, so that way when we go into the 3D scan, you know, sometimes we'll see it on the radar, then we'll do the 3D scan and it's not there, and you can see it down in the surface still. Go ahead and lighten it up so we can still pull it up and see, you know, if that's just some wind or if it's actually got some structure and it's actually going to be rotation. So we'll have to kind of adjust to it. It may look a little bit meaner and brighter on the regular radar screen, but this way we can actually get a better 3D scan of it. Let's see here. Convective. See if we can pull up that latest mesoscale discussion. Looks like. Okay, yeah, they finally got that graphic. When did that graphic? Okay, that was from earlier when they issued the tornado watch. I wasn't sure if that was new or not, but no, that was them just discussing the tornado watch and that line of storms as it was moving out of Oklahoma. It always seems like it really gets going like a locomotive in eastern Oklahoma, then it kind of hits, you know, western Arkansas, and it's like it's kind of reminds me of one of those runaway truck ramps.
So we were watching that yesterday.
Yeah.
With those storms coming in yesterday, that's exactly what happened. They hit the state line and
they hit their brakes.
They did.
Which doesn't hurt my feelings.
No,
I'm not going to complain. No. Like I said, if you're tuning in to us on TikTok, we have a lot of issues with TikTok. So the chat's in a completely different screen from all of our other stuff, and it's not very dependable. We highly recommend, if you're going to watch us, you watch us on our Facebook or our YouTube live stream. We did have someone say earlier that they were having trouble finding us on YouTube. When we went to break, I checked 3 different phone systems. I have no idea. Without seeing what you're doing or what kind of phone or tablet you have, I really can't guide you. As soon as we go live, the first thing I do is check our YouTube to do a pinned message in the chat to make sure the chat's running. And I usually do that within the first 15 seconds of our stream, so I know YouTube is working. And then I've got all the green lights here showing all the other streams are active right now. Also Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X all show that we're live right now. Good morning, Bill Boswell. Sean said, thanks, Brian, for helping. I guess he just saw that you got in here. You can see all you're really seeing is his head over there floating with an arm. But, yeah.
I'll do better next time.
Yeah, we can't. I had to learn the hard way too a couple times. Any really certain shades of blue or green, it doesn't like it.
Well, there's your comic relief for the morning.
Yeah, it just looks like this was Halloween. That would make a good Halloween.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a floating head. So
there you go. These storms looked pretty intense. We were seeing 80 and 90 mile per hour straight line winds there when they were coming in the east, right there on the Arkansas and Oklahoma line. They definitely were acting like they meant some business, but it's definitely idled back pretty quick.
Still showing quite a bit of wind west of Ponca and Swain. So if you're in those areas, you're probably experiencing quite a bit of wind. Is the camera up down there at Edwards Junction?
We can check and see here.
Is that wind is showing right there on it?
Alrighty. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. Try to get some cameras going as it was coming through western Washington County, and the rain and the wind was blowing so hard we just could not get anything to show up there. So here is Newton County here at Edwards Junction right now.
The wind is moving.
You can see the trees swaying. The camera's got quite a bit of raindrops on there, but if you can kind of look around the raindrops there, you can see definitely getting some pretty good winds.
New storm report
down in that area.
Eli Lawhead is asking why our radar and KY3s differ. He finds ours to be more accurate.
When we're live on the air, we're pulling as soon as the radar information gets released from the radar system. So as soon as that final scan is complete, we're pulling that raw data and processing it with our software. Whereas most of the apps that you look at online, it's got to upload to a server, it's got to process through a system, then it's got to be uploaded to the server where your app pulls that information. Oh, look at the winds down there now at Edwards Junction. Wow, that's
what I was saying. They were right there on it.
Yeah, so it's blowing pretty good through there right now. But anyway, any of the apps that you use, even the National Weather Service radar, that camera's shaking pretty good. But anyway, it takes a little while for that data to process, get uploaded to the server, be put into the internet system, and then your app download that information, process it in the app. So that's what we're saying. Sometimes them apps that you're using, those can be several minutes old. I've actually seen some of the, like you said, the KY3 apps and a few of those. I've looked at our live stuff and looked at them, and they're 10 and 15 minutes behind sometimes. I just think it just takes a while to kind of get that information out there and for it to update in those on those websites and on those apps. Boy, that's really
look at
really breezy.
Look at your base velocity. on that, right around that storm. Or right around Edwards Junction there.
14 Harrison, I'm tonight.
27.
I was trying to get a mile per hour on the winds right there.
I'm not getting anything with Springfield as far as because the storms are tracking to the east. So, and Tulsa would be pretty far away, and I'm not thinking that, let's see.
Little Rock.
That might be too far too. I'm not sure here.
Yeah, I know Newton County is always in that.
Oklahoma tornado alert.
Oklahoma tornado warning for southeastern Leflore County in southeastern Oklahoma.
Yeah, Little Rock's just barely showing that.
Yeah, it's
that
just,
wind.
It's just the direct, since it's not tracking northeast like it normally does. Springfield's not going to really be able, because it's not going towards the radar site to get a good reading on those winds. And of course, I'm looking at it with Tulsa right now, but it's so far away. I'm going to try to see if I can pull it up with Fort Smith here.
May have just lost that camera too.
Yeah, it just froze up. I think that camera just went down with the storms. That's definitely what it's looking like right there.
And that wind is right over Swain right now. So if you're in the Swain, Limestone, Parthenon area, looks like a little bit up around Ponca as well.
Yeah. And like I said, we can't get an exact wind speed because we don't have a radar beam that it's going towards or away from. And the closest radar site is Springfield. Let me switch over here and see what we can find here. We're getting, at least from what I can gather, and of course we're looking in the upper atmosphere above Newton County pretty far with Tulsa, but I would say that we were seeing at least anywhere from 55 to 65 mile per hour winds there. It could even be higher. They're in yeah.
Good morning, Missy
Tulsa.
Newton.
I don't think we're going to have much luck getting some wind speeds out of this.
Donald, we were looking at the camera that is at Edwards Junction, which is down by Swain, Arkansas, which is in Newton County. He was asking where that was.
Yeah, you can actually see that on the RDOT camera. You can actually, if you have our StormTrack 360 free mobile app, we actually have iDrive Arkansas on there, and you can access those cameras there on our app, or just go to iDrive Arkansas, and those cameras are available. But it's frozen right now because of the storms, so we've lost that feed for now. Not sure my camera may have got damaged. Yeah, because those winds were coming through pretty quick there for a short moment.
Well, and knowing that area, that camera's on a pretty sturdy pole there at that junction.
And I'm gonna check the power. They could have lost power down that direction. Let me pull up the power grid, and we'll see. Maybe losing some power down in that area.
Dan Traber, good morning. Shalimar Shields says thank y'all for everything you do. We appreciate you for watching. Tammy Passmore says it's getting dark in Harrison and wind is picking up. Yes, it is. I will second that.
All right, right now Madison County showing almost 2,000 without power. I don't know how long it takes the system to update. Almost 1,000 in Washington County. I'll switch this over here and show you guys what we're looking at here. Looks like 983 in Washington County, 520 in Benton County. Looks like Madison County is where a lot of the power outages are at right now, just shy of 2,000 out. 15 in Carroll. We have one person without power in Boone County. Newton County still showing 0. So Madison County showing some power outages that'll need to be addressed when these storms are done. Go ahead and switch this over. We're still showing that tornado possible tag on these storms as they're tracking through Newton County here.
Looks like some of that wind may be dissipating.
Yeah, these storms, I mean, when they were coming towards state line, they were full speed ahead. And then they've really hit the brakes. I mean, we had really strong rotation. I had a couple debris signatures. I was waiting to go on the air. It looked like it was going to just pretty much go right into Crawford County. And then it ended up, just going right along the county line there of Crawford and Washington. So we go ahead and jumped on the air here to let everybody know what was going on. I'm going to zoom out here just a little bit more. And I'm going to go ahead and just kill this this radar we use to track the wind with. I just don't think we're going to get very, very good wind speeds because, these storms are literally going directly east. So Tulsa, in Memphis, I guess, would be the most. Those are the only radars that would be in line, and we're so far away, they're not going to get a low to the ground shot.
Yeah,
so
Memphis really wouldn't do us any good.
No.
Kenneth C. Jones says again, just like yesterday. Yep.
Yeah, when we went over the models yesterday, we were saying it would probably be about 24 hours from now. We'll probably be sitting here again, tracking some storms moving through.
Watch statement.
All right, so it looks like the tornado watch that was issued for, I believe that's going to be for Carroll, Washington, Madison, and Carroll. Yep. So Northwest Arkansas, Benton, Carroll, Washington, and Madison counties. You have now been dropped officially from that tornado watch that they issued earlier for you. But Boone, Newton, and all of our counties to the east of us here, we're still under that new tornado watch running until 12 noon today. But like we were saying earlier, as these storms move through, I think they'll start shaving that watch off. So I believe that this will just be temporary this morning. And then I was taking a look at some of the models. It looks like we're going to have another line of storms, possibly going to be tomorrow afternoon. We'll take a look at all that when we come back from our refresh. So like I said, guys, we'll have a radar up down in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. We're going to do a quick refresh to make sure we don't have these radars lagging. And then when we get back, I'll go over some model information, and we'll kind of cover what it looks like the next couple of days while we're here live on the air with you. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Life insurance that can actually save you and your family's life. What a wonderful concept. Cozy Cavern Storm Shelters do that. Your insurance will replace most of your losses. Protect what can't be replaced. Your family. Custom built here in Arkansas. The ultimate in severe weather protection. Proven lifesavers.
StormTrack 360 would like to thank the following for your support.
At Bar L Excavation, we see our clients as more than another project. We see people with plans and dreams that are ready to be made into a reality. We are equipped with a full fleet of machinery and the knowledge and experience to effectively and efficiently complete a large variety of projects, serving Harrison, Arkansas and surrounding areas. Give Bar L Excavation a call today at 417-337-2228.
Nate Wilson is committed to guiding clients through every step of their real estate transactions. Specializing in buying and selling homes, farms, commercial property, and investment property throughout Northwest Arkansas, Nate genuinely enjoys serving this vibrant community. Whether you're curious about your home's value or ready to start your next real estate journey, Nate is here to assist. Give Nate a call today.
DJ Duo, hold please. DJ Duo, hold please. DJ Duo, hold please.
Hey TKO, I just got back from doing a fun party. What's going on here?
Man, we're getting phone calls like crazy.
Well, you know why, right?
Of course I know why. They love us because we are the fun DJs.
And they love what we do because we love what we do.
We play at weddings, receptions, proms, reunions, holidays, and special events.
DJ Duo, the fun DJs.
You can give us a call at 741-5008.
Hey, I see you got some more calls.
DJ Duo, pizza? We don't do pizza.
Automedics Pro, serving the Harrison, Arkansas area for over 17 years. Call Mike or Will and schedule your appointment today at 870-743-4907. A healthy car is a happy car. Excavation, septics, water lines, storm cleanup, demolition, land clearing. Serving North Arkansas and Southern Missouri. Give Bates Land Works a call today. 870-365-6227.
Live with GR2 3D street level radar technology, your continued live up to the minute severe weather coverage for the Arkansas and Missouri Ozarks starts right now.
All right, everybody, welcome back. I've actually got my phone here. I'm going to check our StormTrack 360 free mobile app. I know if you go to the weather section and hit live chat, all the live chat from everywhere except for, I believe, TikTok. It's its own thing. I'm gonna see if this is working. When you open it up, it's not going to show the previous chat, but whenever we get any new chat message, there it goes. Yep, they're popping up now. So there it goes. So that's Facebook. Hey, that's my mom. Nothing like having Saturday morning coffee with StormTrack 360. And good morning, Mom. So, yeah, we're live on the air here. So we know Facebook is working. If somebody on YouTube that's watching us just show up, throw up a quick message for me. I was kind of wanting to see how this works on our mobile app. I know that obviously the Facebook messages are coming across our free app here. And I was taking a look at our profile with TikTok because we had some people on there saying what state. I was just looking, if you click the profile information, even though it's a live video, it literally says Arkansas and Missouri severe weather coverage right there. If you just take 1 second and click the information. Had a guy get on here earlier. I guess he got mad and left the chat. I don't know if he's still here or not because TikTok works a little different and I don't pay a lot of attention to it because of the issues we have with them. Check in for YouTube. Yep. So if you download our free mobile app and you go to weather and you click chat, you can actually see all of our live chat. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that comes in nice. It just starts popping right in there.
That's pretty much as fast as we're getting it on the
it pops in. I notice it don't let you scroll down though, which is fine. But I mean, you're seeing it as it's popping in there. Yep. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't think it'll let me show you because of the screen. But anyway, on our free iPhone and Android app, you can see all the chat as it's coming in. It just pops up in there pretty quick. It doesn't let me scroll though, so I don't know if it's the what I selected to work with. But anyway, like I said, we're just going to keep an eye on these storms as they're moving through the area. I was checking out a couple of things on our mobile app here that's free for you guys to keep up with information. with the weather for the Ozarks.
Jasper Fire Department, I have a report of a transformer on fire at the Low Gap Cafe. I have a report of an electric transformer on fire and shooting sparks at the Low Gap Cafe.
It's right there in town.
Yeah.
So I was looking back at this wind, and Jasper's showing a signature just north of the city of Jasper for some wind, and then Parthenon. It's got to be pretty windy in Parthenon right now.
Yeah, well, it's actually going to turn on the track and kind of see how that looks. I think that's going to be wind related. I'm going to go ahead and do a 3D scan on that, see if we're showing any kind of structure on there.
I didn't see anything earlier when I looked, but
here we go. Yeah, I'm not even getting anything on the 3D scan.
Response to the address of 212 North Willow Street, apartment 1. It's going to be for an elderly male. He stated he has pneumonia and has COPD.
Okay, that's a medical. Yeah, that's got a little bit of low level. Possibly could be a little bit of low rotation there in Newton County. We're going to switch you guys over here. If you guys are in the Newton County area, this is what me and Brian are taking a look at. Down here around the Lurton area, just a little slight weak area here just west of Lurton. We've got a stronger area here near the Parthenon area. We're just trying to determine whether that's going to be a rotating storm with some low-level weak rotation, or if that's going to be wind-related there with those storms.
Watch.
I believe that's going to be wind, Brian, because the main part of the cell's already to the east of that location.
Yeah, it all looked like it was behind the line.
Yeah,
of
and
storms.
it's already gone, so
New
that would have
storm
been the radar just caught some wind there. So that answered that question. So sometimes we got to have two radar updates to compare and kind of see if it's a rotation or if it's wind, and sometimes it could be just some clear air contamination on the radar scan. So there's several things we have to go checklist there. Dina Taylor tipped $10. You are my go-to for all weather alerts. Dina, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate that. We really, really do.
Good morning, Judy. Melissa Block says, glad to have the crew watching out for us. We appreciate you trusting us and watching us too.
Turn on that trail feeder. Yeah, it looks like that most of that this has all been wind. It's all real blotchy on here. So yeah, that's definitely going to be
it looks like with the newest scan that's really weakened.
Oh yeah, it's weakened a lot. I mean, like, I think all of the alerts are gone now. We don't even have any special weather statements at this point.
New storm report.
So they blew in, kind of like the cousin you hadn't seen in several years. He didn't even knock. You hadn't seen him in 5 years. He just walked through the door and went straight to the refrigerator, made him a sandwich, and said, "All right, guys, see you in 5 years."
Right.
Right back out the door.
See you in 24 hours.
Yeah, see you in 24 hours. All right, so
we do still have that tornado watch.
Yep, it is still in effect officially. Will run until 12. But like I said, as these storms are tracking across the area, we believe they're going to start shaving that off. But let's go ahead and start checking kind of what tomorrow and the rest of today looks like. We'll switch over here to our models real quick and just kind of get an ideal of kind of what they're thinking here.
Nathan Stevenson checking in Harrison says you guys are awesome.
We appreciate that. Some people say we are, and we got some haters too. I actually went in Walmart. Is it yesterday or the day before? I went to pick something up, and I walked in, and the guy walked up to me. He said, "Oh, I know you. You're that weather guy on Storm Track 360." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Yeah, I don't watch you. I don't like you." I said, "All right. Well, man, as long as you're getting your weather somewhere." That's what I told him. I said, whether you watch us or watch someone else, as long as you're getting your weather from somebody.
Appreciate your honesty.
He didn't tell me why he didn't like me. He might have been one of them that was a clown on our channel, and I called him out or blocked him. So I don't know. And then he just walked off. I'm like, okay. I don't know what you want me to do with that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, nothing that starts your day off better than walking in somewhere and someone walk up and say, "You know what? I hate you." Okay. Well, thank you for that. Yeah.
At least they're not blowing smoke.
No. Come up and shake my hand and say, "I hate you." Well, he didn't shake my hand, but
for those of you who are wondering, no, I'm not pulling tricks over here.
Yeah.
I wore the wrong shirt.
He wore a color of shirt that doesn't work good with our chroma key.
If you'll look at the bottom camera, you can plainly see I'm wearing a shirt.
Yeah, he's got his shirt on, but it's close to the green that we use our chroma key to put the logos behind us. And anyway, Brian just looks like a head floating over there.
Those talking heads.
Hey, Brian, just leave your head here, and the rest of you can go back home. I just need your voice.
That's right.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. If you take a look here at the up here at the very top, up here you can see that this was the estimated what it would look like around 6 a.m., which, realistically, it wasn't real far off. But the storms didn't make it that far yet. Like I said, this isn't 100% accurate. It just kind of gives us a general idea. So let's just see what happens. So let's go forward in time here. It's showing these storms moving through the area. Well, it's showing storms possibly still going on about 8 a.m. I think these storms are blowing through faster than the models are thinking. Doesn't look like there's really any kind of back building, maybe just some light precipitation. Hold on. Oh my God. My wife goes outside to make sure the drain is draining in our little wiener dogs. When she goes outside, they just lose their minds. Oh my God, Mama's gone. It's the end of the world. It sounded like chaos, didn't it?
It did.
They start howling and thinking that she's leaving forever. All right, let's start again. So here's our models.
Maybe they don't like you either.
Well, they don't howl like that when I leave. They don't love me like that. Oh, she goes outside and they can't go with her. Oh, they get so upset. It's like, God, it's the end of the world. All right, folks, let's look at these models one more time. 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. As we move forward in time here, you can see these storms move out of the area, and it doesn't really look like to me there's really any back building for northern Arkansas. Looks like there might be a little bit later this evening for southern Arkansas. We can go to well, we're going to go way back here. It'll be an hour before we get a longer outlook. So we can just kind of use this one and get an idea. So I'll fast forward about right now. So supposedly about 7, 8, 9 o'clock this morning, I think these storms are blowing through quicker than what the models were thinking. You can see as they move through today here, And then southern Arkansas looks like has some more storm development. And then here comes another line of storms. This is tomorrow evening. So that's kind of what everything I've been seeing from the National Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center is that next line will be tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening, depending on how everything tracks and when they trigger. So I think that's what we have to look forward to tomorrow afternoon. And like I said, I believe most of this is going to just be some rain and rumbles of thunder now. I believe it's lost a lot of its go-go juice.
Yeah, I'm still showing quite a bit of could be wind, could be some light rotation around the Gum Springs, Red Rock area, moving towards Mount Judy.
Yeah, it looks like Ben-Hur has an area.
It looks like it's up above 10,000 feet, so.
Back out. Well, now Ben-Hur, that's actually got a little bit more structure to it.
Mm-hmm.
Mount Judy looks like that's probably that
wind.
may be wind. Yeah, I'm gonna do a 3D scan over here. I mean, that's the southeast corner of Newton County.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on the scan on that one, but I might not have pulled enough.
Yeah, it's I believe that's just going to be some upper level wind also right now. Let's make sure we just keep an eye on it though. Let's see here. I'm going to pull up the Storm Prediction Center information here. So, actually, for the most part, for today, and it's these line of storms that just came through. They had a kind of an slight and an enhanced risk for most of our area as this line of storms we have right now. It's moving through the area. So this is Saturday. So they did end up doing an upgrade to an enhanced risk on that. And then our tornado risk actually shifted because earlier this morning it had all of southern Missouri also. So that the tornado risk actually shifted further south with this latest update. The wind risk, which obviously that was pretty accurate. That's what most of this has been. But I do believe that it started way earlier in eastern Oklahoma, and it's kind of as it got basically east of Madison County, it's really backed off a lot. As far as tomorrow goes, Sunday, I believe this will be tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Again, they've got a slight risk, and like I said, folks, you check these every little bit. The SPC gets new information and puts and updates all this information. You can see all these graphics and check for updates on our Roku channel and on our free iPhone and Android apps. We have all this information for you. As far as the tornado risk for Sunday, right now it's showing more of the western part of Arkansas and eastern Oklahoma in our area. But again, this can be fine-tuned each time they get more information and updates. So it's looking like, and if we look into Monday, it's looking like that maybe this slight risk, this system's going to be further to our southeast, maybe southeast Arkansas over into Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama. But we still definitely need to keep an eye on the Storm Prediction Center and the data as it's coming in for our Sunday forecast. And as far as our Saturday forecast goes, I'm thinking that this is it right here.
I'm hoping it's done.
I'm hoping that this is what's going to be moving through this morning, and then we're going to get to move on with the rest of our day today. So that's what we're looking at right now. As far as the forecast goes, the model goes, the SPC goes.
I'm about 10 minutes behind on my chats here. Brandon, haters will hate. I love you guys. That's Diane Shellnut. We appreciate that. Shalimar Shields says downpouring in Yellville. Jessica Barnes said something upset the kids. Again, I'm about 10 minutes behind. So loud out in Lakeview. Certinica says your dog alarm went off.
Yeah. My wife, I can be sitting here watching a movie and she's like, well, I'm going to run to Walmart and pick up a couple of things. Those dogs lose their mind.
And there goes your movie.
Howling, and I just have to pause it and sit there and wait. And then after a little while, they'll come lay their heads on me, and then they'll whimper the whole time. Every little bit, there's a whimper. And then when she gets home, oh my God, the biggest party that you've ever seen. It's like a stampede to the door. She can't even get in. I mean, it's, oh my God, she come back. We're so. I don't get that kind of greeting. I mean, they love me, but not like they love her. Of course, she's the one that feeds them, and
right.
she makes their food for them. She actually cooks and makes their dog food for them. So I think that they realize they got a good thing going, and the ideal of her not being here just absolutely breaks their heart.
Teresa McKinnon says she's watching. Appreciate that. Lisa says still pouring down in Bergman. And Shalimar Shields, I agree with you. Yeah, she says, sorry, I don't know. I just want to have a dry summer already. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely had. I've noticed we've been getting a lot of little mushrooms in our yard because it's so wet out there.
Appreciate everybody watching this morning, chatting.
I still can't get over you just look like your head's floating there. Oh, that's funny.
I never would have thought this shirt, like,
it's close enough
part
to
of the
dry
reason
out.
why I wore. I didn't wear the other shirt that I have because it has green on it.
Right.
So I was just going to have little lightning bolts, missing in my chest. So.
Oh, early Halloween prank.
I do like this hat, though.
Yeah, the hat's sharp. Yeah,
nice hat.
Yeah, the Storm Track 360 Storm Team hats. You can get them on our merch store. Yeah, they're on our website or on our mobile app. They're actually pretty sharp. They actually come in pretty quick too.
They do.
The company that works with that we do our streaming through. They also run all of our merch stuff, and usually within 24 to 48 hours of your order, they've got it shipped. So, Brian, do you see anything else we need to stay on here for? I'm thinking we have no special weather statements. We have no warnings. We have that tornado watch still up, and I have a feeling they're going to most likely cancel that early.
All the wind signatures I was seeing in Newton County, they've all gone away with the latest scan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing. I'll switch you guys over and show you what we're talking about here.
Severe thunderstorm.
Okay, well, look at that. We spoke too soon.
A little too soon.
All right, you want to cover that one for me?
Severe thunderstorm warning for Searcy County, Johnson, Van Buren, Baxter County. Western Stone in Arkansas.
I'll show you what he's looking at. They've just thrown up one ginormous. That's every county in this severe thunderstorm warning, and it's barely a warning. I mean, you have to have that 60-mile-per-hour winds or the 1-inch hail. So this is just barely. So they
try not to read the counties that we don't cover, but anyway,
basically a large part of Arkansas is a severe thunderstorm warning.
We'll show you that here in a minute. But at 7:29, severe thunderstorms located along a line extending from near Rush to near Hatfield, moving at 30 miles per hour, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, and penny-sized hail. So, like Brandon said, this is barely enough to issue a warning, but locations impacted: Big Fort, Ralph, Mount Tabor, Timbo, Oak Grove, and Pope County, Story, Carter Cove Park, Boswell, Bethlehem, Pencil Bluff, Wing, Ola, Pine Ridge, Gunner Pool Campground, Maumee, Perryville, Bohannon, Mount George, and Applin.
I was about to say, if you're going to read that whole statement, I was going to go ahead and go make my breakfast by the time I eat and come back. You can see here, I've zoomed out here on the radar screen. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out and show you guys how big this warning is. So there's the whole state of Arkansas right there. The National Weather Service just said, oh, the heck with it. Let's just put a giant severe thunderstorm warning up here for this line of storms moving through.
Oh my gosh.
So basically, if you've ever not visited hot springs, you've ever wanted to go, and if you live, say Calico Rock, Marshall, Leslie, the Mountain View area, basically you guys are in the exact same severe thunderstorm warning as the hot springs area is right now. They literally just threw up one giant warning.
Good news is there's no tornado tag.
No tornado tag, and this is barely meeting the criteria. This has definitely been an awkward morning. Got Brian's head in here floating around the studio. Sure. We've got, hey, let's just put the whole state under one thunderstorm warning, and
should have just said everybody.
Everybody, basically, if you look to your west and you see the storms coming, you're under this basic warning. If you look to your east and it's going away from you, you're good to go.
Yeah.
But you can see here, and I'm going to switch all of our radars on. That's called our MRMS. And you can see here that there's really no back building over here in eastern Oklahoma. So these storms should start dying out. And as far as from what we're seeing, the next line of storms based on the models, but like I said, guys, always stay weather aware. Always check our app, our website, or whatever weather source you have. Check those SPC updates and make sure that you guys are staying on top of any changes on timing. We try to put stuff out, but like I said, sometimes we'll put it out, and within a few hours, they'll completely change it. They're advising now, they're talking about putting out a watch for areas to the east. Personally, I'm not seeing why.
No, not unless it's just going to be another blanket.
Let's see, they're advising a well-developed squall line exists this morning from north central Arkansas into southeast Oklahoma. Sporadic, mostly sub-severe wind gusts have been evident along this line this morning. Ahead of this line, a cluster of storms has developed within a warm air advection regimen across Arkansas. A fewer stronger cells have developed within this cluster, but do not expect this activity to produce a greater widespread severe weather threat. The greater risk is associated with the squall line further west and whether it maintains intensity as it moves east. At least some heating appears likely this morning along the southern edge of the upper level cirrus shield. Therefore, a severe thunderstorm watch may be needed at some point to address this threat, but a watch is not anticipated for the preceding cells and cluster at this time. So basically, they're saying as the actual system itself, if they get some heating over in, like, say, eastern Arkansas, western Tennessee, they may eventually put out a new watch.
911 Harrison Fire Department. Can you please respond to 3rd Street in Washington? It's going to be for a line down and also a tree down.
All right, so we have a tree
Imagine
down.
that.
Yep. So
Eli Lawhead says thunder in Mountain Home is loud. Jessica Barnes says starting to flood across my property just off Sansing Hollow. Yeah, so we've already had
a lot of rain.
So much rain that the ground is well saturated.
Will not take much to get those flooding.
Any low water crossings, for example, we had a rope rescue training yesterday at Winterberry Drive, 7 South, and when we went, there was no water across the low water slab. 4 hours later, we leave, and it's coming across it pretty good. So it's not going to take a whole lot of rain to flood those. Can we go back to sleep in Flippin? So I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, Marion County
Yeah.
looks like you're just going to have some showers right now. Like I said, if we look at the radar here, you can see if we zoom in. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on here. Well, the radar system locked up. See what happens when we don't do a system refresh?
To me, it just looks like a lot of heavy rain over in that the Yellville, Gassville, Flippin area. So,
let's see.
I'm not seeing any
going here.
Any wind with it really. So, any significant wind. That's not saying it's not windy. But.
All right, there we go. So you can see here in Flippin, you're just north of that. Flippin and Yellville is not included in this general severe thunderstorm warning that they basically put through the whole state. And like I said, this severe thunderstorm, this line of storms right now is literally just barely meeting the criteria to even be classified as a severe thunderstorm. I'm surprised that they didn't just put a giant special weather statement up because, I mean, this is just barely meeting criteria to be a severe thunderstorm warning. So, yeah, if you're up here and around the Flippin, Gassville, Mountain Home area, you can see this this squall line's moving off here to the east. Does not look like it's intensifying any on the northern edge here. We look here in Searcy County. I'm sure you're getting some lightning and thunder and some heavy downpours. You still got Marshall and Leslie. You're gonna still have this track through your area, and then it'll move across here in the Stone County and through Mountain View and over here into Melbourne and Fulton and Izard County areas possibly. But if you look back here towards Benton and Washington County, it's already clearing back off. I'm kind of curious if they even still have cloud cover over there. I'm going to pull up a camera real quick if their cameras are even working up there. Seems like it's just been a train here lately of storms that's been hitting northwest Arkansas. Let's see here. Let's take a look here and see if we can find a camera. Oh, wow. So here is nice? Northwest. Here's northwest Arkansas up in northern Benton County. You can see it looks like the rain has come to an end. You can kind of see some blue skies kind of off in the distance there, and the clouds are starting to break apart, and it looks like a septic tank running underneath this bridge here.
But again, that's a prime example right there.
Pretty valid of what probably a lot of areas are looking like with the flooding and a lot of the areas. The ground is very saturated. We'll see if we can grab maybe a more attractive shot here. Let's go over here to the Siloam Springs and take a look at what's going on. You can see that it's still kind of breezy over in the Siloam area, but the storms have come to an end.
Looks like it may still be a little overcast there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any clear skies on that shot there for sure. Let's see. Let's jump up here towards Rogers and see what's going on.
Oh, well.
So...
brilliant blue sky over in Rogers.
Yeah, you're starting to see some blue skies. Probably potentially might even have some sunshine breaking back through here in a little bit, and might be a nice day. The downfall, or the bad part about all this is that with all this moisture going to be evaporating, it's probably going to be pretty humid if the sun does come back out.
Yeah, so you're going to do any work outside after all this?
I'm going to go ahead and let people see that
I'm wearing a shirt. I am wearing clothes.
All right, guys. I think we found a good stopping point here. Like I said, y'all, you're welcome. If you download our free Roku app, you just search Arkansas weather on Roku. You'll see our tornado icon. All this information with the SPC radars, our partner radio stations. are on the Roku app, and then on our free iPhone and Android app. You can listen to the Branson stations and Harrison stations we partner with for free. Got the SPC outlooks that update immediately on the app, so you might just kind of every little bit check those. You can check current watches, you can check current radar. And again, those radars are through the National Weather Service, so they have to pull that data, process it, upload it into the server. The server's got to go into the internet system. So those radars, like any weather app, can be several minutes behind. And like when we're live, this is pretty much right on the mark when the scan is completed. So I believe with that, unless you got something,
the only thing I'm seeing is wind. In the Rally Hill Road area, moving north of Everton, but other than that,
absolutely. Jessica, thank you. We appreciate that. You enjoy your day also. I want to thank Jim and Jessica, moderators, for always helping us out on here when we're live to kind of help answer these questions. It gets a little overwhelming, which you guys would see if you pull us up on the app. Which, matter of fact, you guys, technically the stream is over right now, but since we are live, I'm going to go ahead and make a change on the system here for the app to see if that might let us scroll. So bear with me here just a moment here. You guys can help me out while appearance, embed, stream. There we go. Let's see. Appearance. No, there's a way to change
Cynthia said she loves the floating head.
It's definitely definitely unique.
Just never would have thought this blue would be that close to that green, but it is.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm trying to remember.
It's actually almost the same color of the wall here. I hate to be like those other meteorologists and I'm pointing stuff out here.
Here we go. Default.
The wall behind me is somewhat the color of this wall right over here. So that's
all right. Let's see what that looks like right there. All right, I made a quick change, guys. If you'll just bear with me, this gives me a chance to kind of fix a possible bug on this app, because I know the way it looked before when we pulled it up. Live chat. Okay. So if I could get somebody to type something, test or something. I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for the next. There it goes. Thank you. Hello. We need a few more. I want to see if it'll let me scroll. So if you guys could throw a few more messages on there. So we got a message on Rumble. We got a message through the Restream system. We got a message on YouTube showing up. That's pretty awesome.
I think that was all me.
Oh, was that you?
Yeah.
Well,
that's me responding.
Oh, that's us talking.
Yes.
Okay. Jeff Neal just said hello here. Terry Sparks. So, throw up some more here. We actually need a couple more because I got to fill the screen up. There we go. Maybe a couple more.
Jeff Neal says he's new here. Thank you for joining us, Jeff.
Yeah, no matter what we do, it's not going to let me. It just, for some reason, it won't let you scroll. Not sure what that's all about. Default compact. Let's see what that looks like. All right, so I'm going to back out. Hey, everybody gets to be part of the storm team as we're trying to fix some issues here. I'm going to reload it and see what that looks like. Okay, well, you can actually see more messages. That actually looks pretty good. Here, let's see what you think of it. So you can see they're on the chat. I think that looks good, and that's everything except for TikTok. TikTok's got its own system, so
yeah, that's actually nice. It gives the icon of where they're
So for any of you guys that maybe have our app, if you go to our weather area and click the live chat, you can see. I hadn't looked at this yet. Nice. Jessica Barnes. Yep. So you can't respond to anything because it's all separate systems. But you can see, like if someone's watching us on Facebook and they say something, boom, there's their message. And then you can see, oh, wow. And then there's our system sending out a message. And it completely killed everybody. You can't scroll. But anyway.
Yeah. There's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Terry
5,
Sparks,
6,
enjoy your day. Yeah. And it actually, I like the icons. It shows you what platform that the message is coming from. So, yeah. Well, that's just cool. Well, thank you guys for helping us with that. And I'm going to, while I'm on here, let's see. We maybe adjust the timing on those reply commands. Let's see. It says that they come in about every 15 minutes or so. It tells people where our mobile app is, where you can donate and support. I don't even know if anybody even uses those. I mean, we're on the website. I guess I could actually turn those off.
That would be helpful for me too.
Yeah, because it kind of overwhelms. So I think for right now, I'm just going to take them out, and we won't use them in the future streams. I think everybody's kind of figured out, if they want to send an on-air tip, or they want to,
right.
Any information. We got information now in the bottom part of our stream. So I think because that gets kind of annoying. I'm right in the middle of reading something, and then boom,
Yes.
here all these come. All right, I got those shut off. They've been deleted. So those automatic system messages that come up in our chat, I've got those turned off, and I don't think we're going to use them moving forward.
Looks like Michael Rhodes has texted in. Busy morning in the weather world.
Yeah, good morning, Michael. Michael, I was going to let you guys know, I'm pretty excited for Michael. The Newton County Storm Watch helped Michael raise the funds to add the GR2 radar system, which is our tornado track radar system, to the Newton County Storm Watch. So Michael has now got that radar system available to be using for the Newton County Stormwatch group. I'm super excited for Michael on that. I've actually invited him to come by the studio if he's ever here in Harrison, and I'll show him kind of some of the little tricks that we've got on ours. Of course, as all of you know, I was with the emergency management for many, many years, and it was this GR2 analyst radar system that we use. That's what I use to coordinate and work with emergency management and coordinate public safety and Skywarn and all the things that we used to do. And we'd go to the radio stations and go live on the air before they went to AI. So anyway, I've been a part of this GR2 system for, well, I think we started using it the year it came out, because I worked in the forum some, helped with tech support with other people and stuff. So I hope Michael will take me up on my invite to stop by and see us here in Harrison, and I hope that he gets good use out of the GR2 and is able to give some great updates and information there to the people in Newton County. We'll pay you a visit ASAP. All right, Michael, and that sounds really good. And I've also I spoke to Michael about that possibility now that he's got the GR2, and I don't know if we'll be able to make this work or not, but if when he comes, I'm going to see if I can sweet talk him into being our backup. If you guys know Blizzard and Blaze in Searcy and Van Buren County, me and Blaze have become really good friends. He has now accepted a job as a meteorologist working with Dan Scoff and the team over in Fayetteville. He's going to be live on the TV station, so he's going to be busy now, and we were originally talking to him about kind of being our backup system, and now that he's going to be on TV, he's not going to be able to do that. So I'm hoping maybe I can sweet talk Michael into maybe partnering with us a little closer, and if we end up for any reason, a tornado comes and blows the studio away and we're waiting for Harrison Fire Department to come find the door to the storm shelter and let us out, maybe Michael can take over. Hopefully that'll never happen, but it's always
just
nice
look
to have
for
a
the
backup
floating
plan.
head.
Yeah, just look for Brian's floating head out there. But anyway, I think I'm tired, man. I think that's why I'm so punchy. Got the giggles like a little schoolgirls. But I think we're going to wrap up right here. I think all of this has kind of moved on out of the area. we've pull up this radar one more time for you guys. Now I'm drawing on the screen. You can see these storms are tracking off to the east here, starting to come up on the south side of Mountain Home, Mountain View. You'll be getting this line of storms moving through. I believe you're just going to get some rumbles of thunder. You're going to get some downpours. Remember, the ground is saturated, so you're probably going to get some flooding. But as far as tornadoes and those 70 and 80 mile per hour winds that we had when we went live earlier, I believe that is really, the percentages are super, super low at this point. I'm not even seeing no information coming up on shear information and stuff right now. I'm guessing maybe it's just not even detecting it. Oh, we didn't do a refresh. Let me reboot this real quick. Kind of do a partial since. Yeah, I'm not getting anything.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing anything as far as wind or any of that.
Yeah, we're not even getting really much data coming in. No shear data or anything on these storms. So let me pull up the manager here and make sure that the feed is still live. Let's see. Severe objects loop. Yeah, it's on. There's just, these storms are so puny that the National Weather Service just throws up a giant warning, and the system's not even detecting any shear or anything in it right now. So, all right, guys, that's it for me. Unless you want to jump over here, Brian, and do something else, I think we found a good stopping point.
Yeah, I feel like people have seen enough of my floating head, so I feel like it would just look worse over there in that seat.
You look so weird over there. I can't. You just feel like I'm watching a ghost movie or something. It's just too funny. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you can see, we're really, super relaxed now, so obviously there's not a weather concern in our area. Brian's floating head over there. I'm fixing to start crying. I'm laughing so hard. All right, y'all have a good morning. Be safe. We might be on tomorrow afternoon if the storms turn into something we need to cover. So everybody have a wonderful day, and I'll see if I can get Brian's head back on his body before I send him home.
You're live and up to the minute severe weather coverage for the Arkansas and Missouri Ozarks.